So speaking of regret, though, we can still ask me questions here on stream, but I did get a couple ahead of time on Twitter. I wasn't expecting to get a ton, so that's okay, because I didn't have a whole lot of time. But since I didn't have a whole lot of time, I imagine your grandkids asking who's the two people in latex. Okay, if grandkids if anybody is ever able to find, like, keep this going for years, I've thought about this a lot, way more than I really should. But if anybody is to be able to stay a VTuber for, like, years on end, that is going to be very hard to explain to their grandchildren. Imagine just, like, an 80-year-old guy just being like, back in my day, I was a Catboy on the internet. And then the kids are just like, yeah, sure you were, Grandpa. Sure you were. Did you take your medicine yet? How? That's going to be so hard to explain. My best friend was a cow. Burn the evidence? No. Hi, Yuzi. Thank you for being here. I will not burn the evidence. I will put it in a museum where it belongs. I will donate it to the Smithsonian. They probably won't know what to do with it. I assume it'll go in the American History Museum right next to the original Star-Spangled Banner. That's on about a similar levels of importance, I would say. But I will absolutely make sure it stays preserved for future generations. But I did have a few questions on Twitter, and it was only a few. So, thank you, Husk. I only had a few on Twitter, so I wanted to make the most of it, and most of the ones I had on there. So I decided to make a PowerPoint for you all. This is questions people asked me on Twitter. There was only a few of them, so So I decided to be as extra as possible. This is even worse than I thought it was going to be. So the first tweet that I have, there's 3 highlights here. And like I said, we can still ask more today, but these are the 3 highlights I was able to prepare. So from the lovely the worst part is they only get worse. Miyobi, my lovely Miyobi, actually cheated. Oh no! Okay, I don't know. No! Okay. Wait, I have to fix that. Oh, everything's going wrong. Okay. All better, I fix it. Everything's fine. You didn't see anything. Movie magic. Ah, 20 Fedora! Thank you! Thank you for hosting with your viewer. Hi, welcome! We're happy to have everyone here. So, as I was saying, Miyobi asked 3 questions, and you cheated. By the way, you cheated, and you know you cheated. But I'll allow it. Favorite food? I actually don't know. I don't have a favorite food. I live mostly off pizza, because my life is actually very sad. I'm more pepperoni than man. I can't say it's my favorite, but that's definitely the one that I eat the most. How strong is your glasses prescription? I can't see a damn thing. Favorite scent of candle? I hate candles. Favorite scent of candle? No candle. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't want any smells. If anyone ever has to send bloodhounds after me, I don't want them to be able to track my scent. Yes, this is lore. Why not food candle? Because candles are horrible. All of my candle in what context? How many contexts can you put a candle? I don't know what you do with candles. I don't want to know what you do with candles. Good old kitty. No, I don't. The dogs will find you because of the pizza. Damn. That's a really good point, actually. I'll have to take that into consideration and adjust accordingly. But yes, that is lore. And in the lifestyle I lead, they bait you with Zaya. That's true. If they had a full life-size cutout of Zaya, I would probably, I don't know if the dogs would be able to think of that on their own, but that would probably work. All right. Next question. I hate this. I made this, and I hate this. So, Big Eye Cotes asked, what is the most painful memory you have? Physical pain, not emotional. So, several years ago, probably something to do with candles. That was emotional pain with the candles. I'm not going to violate the question, and I'm not going to bring down the vibe. I am going to probably bring down the vibe because I have a story I want to tell. But we're not going to talk about the candles. Most painful memory you have would probably be when I stepped on a nail. I was wearing snow boots, and my parents had to go in with tweezers and take pieces of the boot outside of the inside of my foot. It was fucking horrible. And we did that at home, and it was as bad as it sounds like. Imagine tweezers, but inside of your foot. Inside. I do have, it was whack. I did not get tetanus, but I did have boot inside of foot, which is the opposite of how it's supposed to be. And now I know why it's supposed to be that way, because boot inside of foot is not a good combo. This might bring down the vibe slightly, but I did almost die a few summers ago. I had a very bad allergic reaction, and I had to. Luckily, I was right next to a doctor's office, so I was fine. But they had to give me to stop. No, it was not to candles. The candles have inflicted a much deeper level of pain than any allergies could. This was the least fun thing that happened to me in a very long time. To stop the reaction, they had to give me some kind of steroid, a massive shot of Benadryl, and also a massive shot of epinephrine. So imagine you're being hyped up on a steroid that has been shot into your arm, and then you give Benadryl, which conks you out. And then they give you pure adrenaline shot into your leg. I thought I was going to have a heart attack from that. I should have. If my doctors had come in playing Lil Jon, that would have been the best day of my life. By far. My whole body was shaking violently, but I was also tired because Benadryl. It was not fun at all. Now the So the final question that I had beforehand was from none other, the one and only Tasio. And it's a very simple question that Tasio had for me. But it's a very good question. Why are you like this? Now, I knew all of these horrible transitions were going to happen. I made it, and it still fucking kills me. This is horrible. Yeet the task. So, it's a very simple question, and I feel like it was made in bad blood. Just because this is Tasio we're talking about, I feel like he just wanted to take a pot shot at me while I left myself open for it. But even still, I will answer it because it is an interesting question. And I don't know a firm answer 100%, but I do have a theory as to why I am like this. The most plausible theory is that at some point in a past life, I must have done something to anger the gods. And this is now my punishment. This life is now my punishment. So that would be my guess as to why I am like this. Very good question, Tasio. Thank you. And that would... I hate that. I hate the things that I do. So that was the questions that I was able to prepare for beforehand. And I decided to do it in the most horrible way I possibly could. I hope you enjoyed my slideshow. I hope you decide to give me a good grade. I think it deserves an A+ for sure. 100%.